For other series with this name, see The 11th Hour. The 11th Hour is an American medical drama about psychiatry starring Wendell Corey, Jack Ginge, and Ralph Bellamy, which aired 62 new episodes plus selected rebroadcasts on NBC from October 3, 1962, to September 9, 1964. Premise: the series, loosely comparable to the 1961 NBC hit Drive, Kildare, starring Richard Chamberlain and Raymond Massey, reveals the human stories of people who come to the psychiatrist either through private practice, a hospital, or a court of law. In 1963, the series shared a two-part crossover episode with Dr. Kildare. Both programs used the theme of wise teacher and young intern. The term 11th hour refers to a time of last resort in an aggrieved person's life, as he faces a potential nervous breakdown. Ginge appeared in both seasons as Dr. Paul Graham, a clinical psychologist, a Corey's first season character of the psychiatrist Drive. Theodore Bassett, advisor to the Department of Corrections. The first season hence offered episodes about the mental health of criminals. In the second season, which ended new episodes on April 22, 1964, Bellamy replaced Corey in the role of Dr. Richard Stark, a psychiatrist engaged in private practice. The executive producer was Norman Felton. Sam Rolfe was the producer. Guest stars: Philip Abbott, Neil Adams, Eddie Albert, Lola Albright, Frank Aletta, Richard Anderson, Edward Andrews, Edward Asner, Frankie Avalon, Phyllis Avery, Martin Balsam, Joanna Barnes, Herschel Bernardi, Charles Bickford, Bill Bixby, Beau Bridges, Lloyd Buckner, Richard Bull, Paul Burke, Red Buttons, James T. Callahan, Joseph Campanella, Mary Grace Canfield, Diane Carroll, Veronica Cartwright, Lyndon Chiles, James Coben, Michael Constantine, Noreen Corcoran, Patricia Crowley, Kim Darby, Colleen Dewhurst, Bradford Dillman, Eleanor Donahue, Tony Dow, Howard Duff, Dan Duryea, Andrew Duggan, Keir DeLay, Yana Engstrom, Linda Evans, Shelley Fabers, Fabian, Norman Fell, Anne Francis, James Franciscus, Beverly Garland, Harold Gould, Don Gordon, Don Grady, Dabs Greer, Virginia Gregg, James Gregory, Harry Gardino, Eileen Heckett, Anne Helm, Peter Helm, Stephen Hill, Cheryl Holdridge, Celeste Holm, Ron Howard, Kim Hunter, Diana Hyland, David Jansen, Henry Jones, Katie Jurado, Noah Keane, Shirley Knight, Ted Knight, Harvey Korman, Bert Lahr, Elsa Lanchester, Robert Lansing, Angela Lansbury, Piper Laurie, Bethel Leslie, Joanne Linville, Robert Lodger, Julie London, Lynn Loring, James MacArthur, Roddy McDowell, John McGiver, Barbara McNair, Scott Marlowe, Walter Matthau, Jane Meadows, Burgess Meredith, Dina Merrill, Vera Miles, Elizabeth Montgomery, Bill Mummy, Alan Napier, Ed Nelson, Lois Nettleton, Leonard Nimoy, Jeanette Nolan, Edmund O'Brien, Carol O'Connor, Jerry Paris, Eleanor Parker, Michael Parks, Roger Perry, Cliff Robertson, Ruth Roman, Marion Ross, Barbara Rush, Kurt Russell, Robert Ryan, Albert Salmi, Telly Savalas, George C. Scott, Jacqueline Scott, Sylvia Sidney, Tom Simcox, John Stapleton, Inga Stevens, Dean Stockwell, Maxine Stewart, Carl Svensson, Roy Thinnis, Joan Tompkins, Frank Tone, Rip Torn, Harry Towns, Maxine Stewart, Robert Wagner, Robert Walker, Jr., Tuesday Weld, Fay Ray, Keenan Wynn. Scheduling: The 11th Hour aired on Wednesdays following Perry Como's Kraft Music Hall and Espionage. In its first season, The 11th Hour was placed opposite the alternating anthology series Armstrong Circle Theater in the United States, Steel Hour on CBS, and the last season of Naked City on ABC. In the second season, the 11th Hour faced The Danny Kaye Show variety program on CBS and Channing, a drama series about life on the campus of a small college, which aired on ABC.